Hello, this is Jeff Ryle from G4GR Resources in Houston, and today we're going to do one of the first of two videos, part of the Info to Know G4 Foresight videos support series. Today we're going to go over Leica Infinity and GNSS pre-planning, and we're going to take a look at two scenarios. The first one is we have some clients want to do static, and they want to just focus in on the spike periods during GPS only. And then we'll take a look at the impact of Beidou. That's been a big impact for RTK rovers on performance and improving, really pushing the boundaries, getting shots in places we couldn't get before. And we'll take a look at the pre-plan. And in the second video, we'll go over tips of making sure these are activated and some tips to improve all four constellations. So let's take a quick dive in, just introduce our team in Houston. It's myself, Jeff. John O'Rourke handles technical support and sales for survey and HDS scanning. Ronald heads up the service department. Stacy handles supplies and also coordination of service timetable with Ronald. And Ray and Logan handle icon series and construction. And of course, Bruno is in charge of the meet and greet. And if you're ever in the Houston area, just feel free to stop on by. Here's our address. And here's all our contact information. So if you need more information, just feel free to reach out to myself, HDS Scanning, Survey John, and once again, supplies, Stacy, Ronald in service, and Ray and Logan in icon construction. Okay, and this is just a quick scan of our office John did with an RTC 360, just to show you the supplies that we have in the back, from poplar wood, paint, rebar, flagging. So if you need any help with that, just feel free to reach out to myself or Stacy. We'll love to help you out. So what we want to do is take a quick look. This is a pre-planning for March, and just shows all the satellites. There are four constellations: GPS, Glonass, and the yellow's Beidou and Galileo. So right now we can track anywhere from 28 to 34 satellites, and we're going to go to the software to show how we printed this out and zoom in specifically on GPS and Beidou. Okay, and it's really interesting. This is an older plot of the progression of satellites over the years from 2010 to 2020. And you can see that they steadily increase. Here we got the Beidou in purple. In 2020 or 2019, 2018, most of these were over Asia, and right now, out of Infinity, we did a plot, and now you can see Beidou's increased from this number here, and now there's 62 satellites. So it's dramatically increased. This is an older schematic, and once again, a lot of these now are over North America. That's greatly improved the performance of RTK due to having these constellations available. Okay. What we'll do right now is I'm going to shell out and just go Infinity here. So I got a project open. First thing I do is go under File and come here to Info and Settings. And under Data Processing, the GNSS tab, I have this set to local time because on my pre-plan, I want to take a look at everything in local time. If I hit the Home key, once again, this shows the G4 office. And I've got some data imported in here. So I want to go to pre-plan, and I could hit the processing key, go to GNSS Manager, and then hit satellite availability here. What's kind of neat is if I got data that I shot in with RTK, I can just hit the Inspector tab and just click on this point that's on the job site, right click, and hit satellite availability. Okay, and that zooms in, it grabs this point, and once again, I can save that as another name, called Craven's 803, okay? And then it grabs, let's maximize this, and there's our position, and we can do today's date. You can change that. I'll bump this up to 15-degree cutoff angle, and for now, we want to do all the constellations and show a report, okay? And once again, this would be, and hit create. Now generate a report. Just takes a second here, and this can be saved. So this is going to show all the constellations as we showed earlier, and all the DOPs, and This is very handy information to have. What we'll do now is, let's say we have the scenario where the client's doing static and it's just doing GPS only. So we'll uncheck Glonass, Beidou, and Galileo. And now it shows the number of satellites. So you can see right off this chart here that this time period here might be a concern. And once again, I can right click, save that to a chart. Or what I can do is I want to go here to DOP, and then this shows the spike periods. Okay, so once again, I can zoom in here and say, hey, that's 8:55. I want to make sure I don't do any or static observations from 7:50 to 8:55. So maybe I'll have the crew go out and start collecting static data at 9 o'clock through to the spike period in the afternoon. Okay, so that's a quick way to isolate down just to pick a discrete time period when you want to do static observations. Now, once again, if I want to pick Beidou and we'll uncheck GPS, this just shows now how in the Houston area we have anywhere from 5 satellites up to 11 satellites. Okay, and once again, having all these satellites with RTK and on the network has a tremendous impact on our performance. So once again, we save these positions here, and once again, if I want to do a report here just on Beidou, I just right click, hit that report, and it's using that position. And typically if your position is within 50 to 100 miles of where you're working, it still should be an accurate pre-planning. Okay, and then once again, you can print that or save that to a file. Okay, so it's a quick overview of Infinity. And once again, we went through just the new constellations, how many are out there, the impact of them. Here's just from the Almanacs. Whenever you download data, RTK data to Infinity, it will automatically update and give the latest Almanac. Okay. And then once again, this is just a screenshot of Beidou showing the number of Chinese satellites. So we highly recommend, with several clients, older clients that haven't added Beidou, if you update your firmware, add Beidou, it'll dramatically improve the performance of your RTK rover. So I just want to show you how you can take a quick look and see the number of Beidou satellites. Okay. All right. Well, we hope we found that beneficial, and we'll do the second series with a bunch of tips on activating satellite settings and some other little tips and tricks as well to put it in one video. So I try to do that at the end of the week. Appreciate your time. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Thanks again.